So the big controversy of the week has of course been this whole was Mother Teresa out to convert business. Now, frankly, it's not much of a controversy. She was not a social worker. She was a Christian missionary. Of course she was here to convert. But when she found, say, a leper lying in the streets of Calcutta, did she first say, will you convert, before agreeing to help him? No, of course she didn't. She was a good person. She helped everyone. So that controversy, I think, is a waste of time. But what intrigues me in this whole Mother Teresa uproar is that people have taken extreme positions. She was an evil woman. She was a saint. They've forgotten the real Mother Teresa. And there was one characteristic of Mother Teresa in my not very frequent, admittedly, interactions with her that I always noticed. And that was her essential canniness. She really was a canny lady. I don't know if you know how the whole legend of Mother Teresa started. It started because an English writer called Malcolm Muggeridge came to Calcutta in the 60s. He met this little old lady, and she was pretty old even then, who was looking after all these impoverished Bengalis. And he said, hey, what a great story. White woman goes to third world, saves dark-skinned people. I can make a huge success of this. And then something strange happened. He came back to England. He developed the photographs his photographer had taken. And there was a sort of ghostly aura around Mother Teresa. And he said, my God, it's a halo. She's a saint. And the photographer said, actually, no, she's not a saint. It's not a halo. The film is defective. It's happened to all the other pictures. But then never let the facts get in the way of a good story. So the whole notion of Mother Teresa as a saint was created by the Western press, which is fine. I think Mother Teresa appreciated that. And she used it to get as much money as she could to help the poor of Calcutta. But she was very clear, and I'd say this is a journalist who worked in Calcutta in those days. She was very clear that her only interest was the foreign press. I'll give you the example of a friend of mine. I'll try and hide the details so you don't know exactly who he is. He would call her up and he would say, hello, Mother, I'm calling from, say, the Telegraph, the Statesman, Amrita Bajar. I would love to come and interview you. And Mother would say, oh, my son, I am a very old lady. I am very ill. I am so sorry, my son. May God bless you, but I cannot speak. I wish the disappointed journalist would say, oh, Mother, I'm really sorry to hear that. But I was particularly sorry because, Time magazine stroke Newsweek, the London Times, had also asked me to do a story on you. What did you say, my son? Time magazine? My son, I feel much better now. Can you come in half an hour? I mean, I'm not making fun of her, but this sort of thing happened on a regular basis. Many people were cynical about this. I thought it was great. I thought she knew that as far as India was concerned, we loved her anyway. What she needed was exposure in the West. She was canny, she was cunning, she was shrewd. She knew how to exploit the Western media, just I suppose as she'd exploited Malcolm Muggeridge. And she got millions of dollars, and those millions of dollars went into her home. So what was wrong with that? If you can use your canniness to get millions of dollars for the poor, hey, that's not such a bad thing, is it?